Our On the Move host, Donna Yeager, visited SVILC's new location in San Jose, California. Today, Joe Escalante is here to show us the latest and greatest items to help physically disabled people live independently. Now here's Donna.
Hi, I'm Donna Yeager with On the Move, and I'd like to welcome our very special guest, Joe Escalante. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
Thank you. Now, I know that when you first come and arrive at the Independent Living Center at the SVILC, there is wheelchair accessible parking. Can you tell us where that is?
So we are in the 10th floor of the San Jose Business Center on 14th Street. So on 25 North 14th Street, right at the intersection of Santa Clara and 14th, and we have a parking garage underneath and an adjacent parking as well, and some street parking with the meter. And we also are a great spot to arrive by public transit. So there's really no excuse to not make it to our offices.
Okay. And what is your official title there?
So I'm the Assistive Technology Specialist.
Okay, great. Well, we're going to actually see a wonderful video that my good friend Sherry Burns did the other day when we visited. And so let's go ahead and look at that really cool video. We'll be right back.
Welcome to Silicon Valley Independent Living Center at our new location, 25 North 14th Street, Suite 1000, which is on the 10th floor of the San Jose Business Center in San Jose, California, and we're on the corner of 14th and East Santa Clara Street, right downtown, easy to get to us on bus 22, 23, and 64. I'm Sherry Burns. I'm the Executive Director here at Silicon Valley Independent Living Center, also known fondly as SVILC because it's a mouthful. And we welcome you here. We provide a variety of different programs, services, and advocacy training and peer support for people with all types of disabilities of all ages who live or work in Santa Clara County. So one of the features we have in our lobby here as folks are signing in and waiting for their appointment, if they're here early, is to find out about the different classes and workshops that we offer throughout the month. We have a weekly, 2 weekly housing workshops. One is a basic introduction to housing services, talks about all the different types of low-income subsidized housing available in Santa Clara County and how to apply. The second workshop, we actually go through the whole process of filling out an application and help with all of that interviewing skills, etc. When people attend the workshop, they leave with a huge packet of great information that has all of the low-income housing for people with disabilities and seniors and low-income families throughout Santa Clara County. And it's all categorized by city and by type of housing. So it's real easy to find what's available because there's so little available. So we want to make it a little easier. And then besides the 2 housing workshops, we offer a variety of independent living skills classes. We have basic cooking and baking. We have emergency preparedness classes once a month. We are also doing budgeting, which we just had this morning here, and personal business management, time management, a real variety of independent living skills classes. We also have peer support and self-advocacy training once a month. So we encourage people to check out our website and also our Facebook page. Website is www.svilc.org. to find out about all of the different programs and classes. Or you can call us at 408-894-9041.
It was wonderful. Sherry's been a friend of mine for many, many years, and it's always a lot of fun when we get to see her. Catch up on old times. And so, Joe, tell me, what is your official title there again?
So I am the Assistive Technology Specialist.
Okay, cool. And how many years have you been working there?
So I've been working at SVILC for a little bit more than 6 years.
All right, cool.
And before I started working there, I was actually a client back right after I got hurt. And so back in 1990 is when I first became involved with SVILC.
Cool.
Learning some basic things on how how to manage my disability. And
Right. And what we were actually talking about a minute ago is assistive technology is so important because, it can mean really complicated technology, or it could be as simple as a back scratcher that I need to use to, turn on light switches and do all kinds of things. But first, why don't you tell us about the phone service that is available?
okay, so the first thing I wanted to talk to you about is California Phones. It's a program that's put on by the state of California, and it's a phone service where anybody who qualifies, if they have a hearing impairment or if they need like a phone that has an amplified speaker so they can hear better, or if they need a phone that will amplify their voice so the other person on the other line can hear them, they can get an application. There are applications available in English, Spanish, Chinese, and Vietnamese, and they fill it out and have a doctor certify that they have a disability, and then they can either fax it in to Sacramento, and then they can ship the phone to their home, or they can come to our office twice a month. So the second and the fourth Wednesdays of every month, the California Phones folks bring down all of the phones that they have in their inventory, and then the individuals can try them out and see which one works best for them, and then they can take it home.
Fantastic. That's awesome. Wonderful. So this is one example of the phones that they have, right?
Right. I brought one of the phones. There's about a half a dozen, maybe more. And this phone, I believe, is one of the amplified handsets.
Cool. So it looks like the buttons are nice and big and easy to push, and you don't have to put a lot of weight on it or anything. So.
Yeah, they really make it a lot easier for folks to use the phones these days. And
Cool.
they have phones they have big button phones,
Yeah.
so people who they can't see that great, they can just push
Right.
they can see the numbers better. Or they have phones that have photos of you can put a photo of a picture of your friend or your family member, and just push the button to talk to your son or daughter. Just put their face. I'm going to push their face and I'm going to call them up.
That's awesome. Terrific. Oh my gosh. Well, show us some of the other wonderful technologically complicated things that I'm getting.
So the other items that I brought are items that belong to our device letting library.
Right.
Now, the state of California has 12 device letting libraries, and we are obviously one of them.
Yeah.
And individuals can come down, either if you have a disability or if you're a family member of someone with a disability, and you want to borrow an item at no cost to try it out either for yourself or if your family member is coming over and you need to borrow an item to help them get in the house.
Wow.
Or you just want to, you're a professional, you're a speech language pathologist, or you're an assistive technology specialist working at a school, and you wanted to try something out for your students or for one of your patients, you can borrow items straight off of our website. You can create an account, and you can request items, and that those items can be either shipped to you, to your home or to your business, or you can come down and pick it up.
Wow. Awesome.
And so the items that I brought for you today, now people think technology, you think something that gets plugged in.
Right.
Or something that has batteries or is electronic in some other way. And that is the case for some of the items, but some of the other items are pretty low tech. And I brought high tech, mid tech, and low tech.
Right.
So the first thing that you can see on the table is an iPad. So what's special about an iPad? Well, what's special about this iPad is that it has apps that are installed on them that will enable somebody who has difficulty speaking. They don't have their voice. They can use the app to communicate. So they can pre-program some sentences, or they can type in the words that they want to say, push the button, and then it will literally be their voice.
Cool.
Okay, so then what else is there? So we have a talking digital thermometer.
Wow.
or a thermostat, excuse me, and a talking digital clock all built into one.
Oh, cool.
So if somebody wants to borrow that, they can. And then low-tech item in front of that is a button hook.
Oh.
So it's somebody who may want to borrow that is if they have difficulty with their hands and they can't button their shirt.
Right.
They can use a button hook to pull the button through the through the hole, and
Tiny little slot.
they can button their shirt.
Wow, cool. That's very helpful. Very important.
So the next item is a door chime, but instead of actually making a noise, it flashes light. So if you can't hear, it's important to know if somebody's at the door.
Yeah.
And you install a wireless remote, mount it to the front next to your doorbell or in front of your doorbell on top of it. And it will send a wireless signal to the device and it will flash. So that way you know when your DoorDash has arrived or something else.
I'm helping.
So
That's my Vanna White.
the next item that I brought is an example of some voice dictation software. So that can be installed on a computer, and you can use your voice to control your entire computer.
Wow.
You can use it to open programs. You can use it to dictate your letters and send emails and operate every piece of software that's on your machine.
Cool. That's amazing.
And then back to low tech for a second. There's a couple things on there. There's a lap board that somebody who's using a wheelchair can put on their lap, and they can carry items pretty easily. And the black stuff that's on top of that is called Dysum. And you can use it to open a jar, or
that's what it's for.
you can use it any number of ways to help you grab something.
Cool. And I like the non-skid surface too. That's always helpful.
It's helpful. It doesn't stick to your clothes or it doesn't stick to your hands. And it's clean, and you can rinse it off and reuse it.
Good. Excellent. And if people are interested in finding out more about the other ideas that you guys have, they can just call and come in and meet with you and talk with you, and they'll tell you, how they kind of maneuver in life and how you might be able to think of ways to make life a little easier for them, right?
Exactly. They can just give us a call, or they can come down and make an appointment. We'd be more than happy to talk to them.
Excellent. Now, I know there's a really neat photograph that you guys have there in the building, because it's a stovetop. And it's not like any other stovetop I've ever seen, because it's nice and low, and your legs are able to go under the counter so that you're able to actually cook from the stove. And it's cool. It's wonderful, because the buttons are easy to turn on and off, and tell me about the surface of the.
So the stove is used as part of our independent living skills training. And so our staff can and have invited our consumers to come in, and if they want to learn how to cook, then they can do it in our full kitchen. And the stove is wonderful because it's, as you said, it's very accessible, and it has space underneath for somebody who's using a wheelchair can wheel right up to it and access the stove in that way and not have to sit sideways. They can actually sit dead on with the stove and operate all of the wonderful features that are on the stove.
That's fantastic. Awesome. Wonderful. And I really like the community room, because it's very spacious, and the wheelchair is able to get around and kind of maneuver through the chairs and the tables. And tell me about the workstations.
So the community room is great because it's it's a space that can accommodate a pretty good sized amount of individuals who want to come down. It's a shared space, so we can, and we have invited other agencies who want to come down, and if they want to have a meeting and they need a large room to do it in, then they can come and share our space. We also have a boardroom where people can come in and use our space, and we can do web conferencing and other teleconferencing in our center. And then we also have a community, a computer work area where our staff can work with our consumers who are working on their independent living skills, learning how to type, and building their resumes up, and then also the community members can come in and just use the computers themselves.
So they just call and make a reservation to come and look at the.
Or they can just drop in, and because we have like 4 or 5 machines that that people can use. So
awesome, that's fantastic.
So it's a hop in place during the day. Yeah.
Well, I'm impressed how beautiful it is. It's so spacious and very wheelchair accessible, and it's on the 10th floor, so it's a really very pretty facility. The building is very pretty, and there's like marble when you actually come into the front upper lobby area. It's like, woo, very fancy. I was impressed. Very nice. So tell me about there's a really cool collage of black and white photos. I really love that picture. It's very pretty.
Which?
Well, it's a big, huge collage. I think it's in the community room where it's just a huge collage of photos of people. Okay, well, anyway.
Well, some of the photos I can talk. They are of our community members who have transitioned from living in a skilled nursing facility or in a other long-term care facility, and they've successfully transitioned and are living independently now.
Awesome.
So from nursing home to their own apartment.
Wow, bold move by the young challengers.
It's quite an accomplishment.
Yeah,
we're very happy for them.
Yeah. That's fantastic. Well, I was living in Virginia, and I actually met Judy Heumann and Ed Roberts when I was about 15, and they told me, finish school and, move out to California, and you'll be able to live independently. And it's like, well, what an awesome person to hear it from, Ed Roberts himself. So he really impressed me, and that was my goal. And my parents didn't know about it, but 2 weeks after graduating from high school in Virginia, I didn't care for the snow. So I said, well, can you pack me up and move me to California, please? So I did, luckily,
So we have a couple of meeting rooms where we meet one-on-one with our clients.
Good.
And each room is named after an important individual in the disability justice or disability movement.
Yeah, cool.
And Ed Roberts is one of them. Justin Dart is another.
Wow.
And so we're going to go to the Ed Roberts room. Okay.
Yeah. That's wonderful. And I enjoyed the parades that you guys had for a couple of years in a row there. And Ed Roberts' mom led the parade. I think that was last year or the year before.
It was a few years ago.
Yeah, a few years ago. But she did a beautiful job. She was in that fancy old car, and it was cool. Very sweet. But it was wonderful. I knew Ed, and it was really neat to meet Ed's mom, too. So that was cool. But that's wonderful that you've named the rooms after people. That's cool. Really nice addition there.
It's cool.
Gives me the chills. That's wonderful. That's what I'm sure that Ed is very proud of you. That's fantastic. And then our good friend Frances Merrill, I've known her for many, many years as well, and she's working there, right?
Yes. Yes. Frances works as the independent living's information and referral.
Yeah, she's so sweet. I was saying that I've known her since her daughter was like 4 or 5 years old. I kind of babysat for her once, and now she's like 25.
So, and we try to be all things to all things disability to all of our consumers, but we do have to refer out, and so Frances does her best to know everything about what's going on in the community, and she does a wonderful job.
Oh, there's so much information out there. It's incredible. It really is. It's hard to juggle all the information.
It is. It's quite a challenge.
Yeah. And then you were also saying that you have a housing representative, right?
So
yeah.
yes, we do. Housing is one of our most popular services.
Yeah.
After just a little bit more popular than AT. But so people can come down and get information about availability, vacancies that are available in Santa Clara County. Now, it's really hard to maintain a comprehensive list of everything that's available, but our staff do their best to stay on top of that.
Well, it's constantly changing too, so yeah.
It is.
Well, tell us what the web address is.
So our website is www.svilc.org.
One more time.
www.sv for Silicon Valley ilc.org.
Oh, cool. Very good. And what is the actual phone number that people can call?
And you can reach us at 408-894-9041.
Cool. Thank you. So I guess there's a lot of information that's available there at the center, the Independent Living Center, Silicon Valley Independent Living Center. And so, and it's actually changed. I was, let's see, my position there was the empowerment leader. So I traveled from the northern area of California, like Susanville, and up by Santa Rosa, and way up north, and then all the way down to the Monterey area. So every day of the week, I was at a different independent living center, educating and teaching people to become an empowerment leader. And it was a wonderful, wonderful job. But I just had to spread my horizons to other places. But it was a wonderful experience, and it was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. So tell us more about some of the things that you really have enjoyed, helping people with.
Well, it's always great when we're able to assist someone with transitioning.
Right.
That's just such a huge accomplishment on their part, and we're proud of our staff too, who are able to work, super dedicated, and work incessantly in getting them a place to live and any other items that they need to live independently. It's remarkable. There was a woman who was just dying to get out. She's in her 90s, and she transitioned, and she's been out for 4 years, and she's like 101 years old now.
Oh my goodness. Well, we have one last picture here that I wanted to add, because we were there on a beautiful, clear day, and we had a wonderful, awesome view from the 10th floor. I love the windows in that building. They're so big and bright. We don't have that. Okay. Anyway, you're going to have to go, I guess, in order to enjoy that beautiful view. But anyway, I really want to thank you so very much. But before you go, I want to ask you one more time for that phone number.
It's 408-894-9041.
Okay, cool. Awesome. And one more time for the web address.
And the website is www.svilc.org.
Cool. And are you available like Monday through Friday, or?
And our business hours are 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. and we're closed from 12 to 1.
For lunch. Okay.
For lunchtime.
Well, you have to eat. I mean, after all, you guys are human. We understand. Oh, Joe, I want to thank you so very much. You've been wonderful. And very quickly, I just want to mention that we've had a lot of amazing crew members and producers of the show, and my friend and ex-husband, Joe, has been very instrumental. He produced quite a few of the shows in the early days and helped us out with that. So we remember him with very fond memories. So. But really, Joe, I want to thank you so very much for coming and joining us. You've been wonderful.
Thank you.
We'll keep in touch, okay?
Thank you.
Thanks. And thank you so very much for joining us. Until next time, I'm Donna Yeager with On the Move. Have a wonderful day.
We're on the move. We're striking out to set the pace. We all can choose to make a difference. Our time is overdue. If we collect our dreams, take them on the move. We're rolling and we're walking, but we're not sitting still. There's a world of adventure to explore. We're signing and we're talking from New York to Brazil, from Canada on out to Singapore. We're on the move to make this world a better place. We're on the move. We're striking out to set the pace. We all can choose to make a difference. Our time is overdue. If we collect our dreams, take them on the move. We're on the move to make this world a better place. We're on the move, we're striking out to set the pace. We all can choose to make a difference. Our time is overdue. If we collect our dreams, take them on the move. Donna.
If you see us in your businesses or see us on TV, don't be surprised, cause you'll see us there again.
And again.
Cause we're showing our abilities and building self-esteem. We're going places that we've never been.
Hey, we're on the move to make this world a better place. We're on the move, we're striking out to set the pace. We all can choose to make a difference. Our time is overdue. If we collect our dreams, take them on the move. We're on the move to make this world a better place. We're on the move, we're striking out to set